This image that you see right in front of you, this is a very, very blessed item. Very much blessed item. For so many years I wear this. So many years I never took it off. In the beginning, it was so weak you could bend the wings. But now it's so strong that this could slit your throat. I mean, this is becoming so strong. Ever since the beginning it was so weak, but now it's so strong. And it has a meaning why. In the beginning, when I first had this, I entered this little shop, you can say, about Wicca stuff, about magic stuff, and she said, wow, there is something so big by your side. And I said, what? And she said, wait, I'm going to get something for you. And she had this item for me. This is pure silver. I could take it for free. I said, why? Because this is what is by your side. And I already had the image of the dragon in my mind. I never said this to her because this was in 2006. I just had my awakening. I was so darn confused. And she said that this is by your side. And I said, what? And she said, you love dragons, don't you? I said, yes, I love them. Did you say this to me? I said, no, I never said this to you. Huh, that is a coincidence, she said. Oh my goodness. And then on, she tried to give me information about the dragon, and this until she moved away, and that wasn't very unfortunate because she was actually my mentor, a bit of my mentor. She was showing me many different kind of magic that she had, and then she left me alone. And then I had this image of the dragon on my neck, around my neck, and it felt so good to have the image of the dragon just so close to my heart. Because I did a lot of rituals when I could feel the beating of the heart of the dragon. I could feel my own beating, and then I felt the beating of the heart of the dragon that is by my side, that is by the same rhythm of the beating of the heart. That is a ritual that I did, and that was one of the first rituals that I did with this item. And I could feel that this item was becoming stronger by itself. In the beginning, you might purchase a lot of lifeless object for the dragon, and I discourage this if it doesn't remind you of my dragon. But she took this out, and this one reminds me of my dragon a lot, so much so that I immediately thought of my dragon by my side, and she indeed could see him. She could see him, and that was so strange. She was the first and even the only one that could see my dragon. And that was so beautiful. I mean, that was truly in the beginning of my path. And that is how items could be. Items could be lifeless. Items could be meaningless. But this item means so much to me because it is alive now. I gave it so much energy. But there is another side from it. Once you have this, this very meaningful items that you can have, this can never be taken by someone else. This is actually a bit of a warning to those who wants to take it. In this religious path, they always say that the items from another spiritual path is demonic. Well, let me debunk this as well. The items from another spirituality belong in another spirituality. They can be very, very blessed by the spirituality that they belong in. Just the same as this image. This image, my necklace, is also much blessed by my dragons, by my dragon, by myself, by the gods. This is a god item. This is a godlike item because the gods in itself has touched it. I felt this whenever I felt my chest. The dragon gods and my guardian, they all touched it, all them several times, and that is the reason why it has become alive. It means so much to me, and now I take it off. It's like I'm naked. I'm going to make another video with it, but I'm now that it's off. But it means so much to me. It's blessed. I can say blessed. But for other people, it doesn't belong there. It doesn't belong on the neck from someone who is not on the dragon's path. I can bet someone who is on the dragon's path, nothing will happen, or you won't do it because it feels like it's someone else's energy of the dragon that is someone else's. It doesn't feel at home once you are inside of another dragon's eye, in a dragon circle. You just whenever you feel, whenever you feel the energy of it, this is actually my dragon's energy that is inside of it, completely surrounded. And if you might wear it, you might feel my energy in it, and it might feel that maybe I shouldn't do it. But for someone who is not on the dragon's path, this is not home there, and this will do something bad. And then, of course, that is why the idea comes from cursed items, whenever it's something demonic. And that is what I hate about them. It is always, whenever it's another spirituality, it's always going to be demonic. And I hate that. Excuse me. It's not demonic at all. It's just belonging in a different gate than them. And that is also why the gap between us and humans is so big, because because everyone belongs in a different kind of gate. And that is also why they not might understand it. But like I said, also, whenever you buy something, whenever you take something, it has to remind yourself of your dragon. Your dragon is unique. Your dragon gods are, for your eyes, very unique. For every one of us, the dragon gods sees that bit of different. It feels that little bit of different for them, because the relationship can be different. But in fact, you have a very, very specific dragon circle, a dragon's eye. So if you buy something, it has to remind yourself of your dragon, or your relationship with your dragon. But this is in fact how the dragon came to me in 2005, and I immediately know that this was actually where we belong. The dragons are, like I said, our angels. They are our angels, and an angel can bless. But the dragon, if you are not belonging on the dragon's path, the dragon has no business with you. And what the dragon will tries to do with all of humans, they will push them away, or sometimes try to scare them away. And that is why people just are so afraid or demonize the dragon so much, because they scare humans away if they don't belong there. And that is also what will happen if someone who doesn't belong on the dragon's path, if they wear this, they will be scared away. They will say, no, you shouldn't wear this. You shouldn't wear this. You belong in some different kind of gate. You have different gods, different spirits, different angels, different everything. So don't wear this. For someone else, this can be a cursed item. And everything on your dragon altar, there was someone who tries to take something, someone who I know, and he was actually in my room, and he was immediately touching something of an item of my dragon altar that I was very dear to, and he, without asking, he took it, and I said, no, put it down, and he said, why can't I just see it? No, just see it, but don't touch it, because the energy around this is just, you don't want to mess with it. Don't mess with dragons. Don't mess with their energy. So whenever we are doing something, whenever we are, when it's around my neck for so many years, I put a lot of love inside of it. I put a lot of energy inside of it. Put a lot of, experimenting draconic rituals inside of it. I did so many things with it. It's pure, filled with draconic energy. And now it's immediately, it's even specifically aimed to my draconic energy. So it's actually, it's mine. It belongs around your neck, around my neck. And that is how blessed or even / cursed item could be. That is where cursed items come from. They sometimes say a cursed item, but in fact it's actually a blessed item. Blessed by one of the gods in one of the gates, and some people will say it is blessed. But most of the people will say that it's cursed, because they don't belong wherever it's from. And that is why it's impossible that everyone in this world can, if you are a child and you hear this from your parents, wherever your gods come from, of course you're going to believe this. But in fact, every single one of us belongs somewhere else. We all have different gods, different guardians, different angels, different gates. And so for me, this is blessed. For another one, this is going to be cursed. And whatever this curse may hold, that depends on the energy that is within. You know, what I also learned on the Dragon's Path, I don't like humans. Humans are the worst. Humans are all the worst. You know, we are in the minority. We don't have a lot of people. You know, this is, like I said, a very lonely path sometimes. Because we are not with many. But in fact, the dragon is always by your side. So, yeah, just feel them. So in fact, this is what it is. This is a blessed also / cursed item. And that is what people actually don't seem to understand from blessed items. Blessed items from a god. This is being touched by gods. This is being touched by angels, you can say. But not the angels from where most of humans heard from. You know. And that is also why I know, and that is what I learned once I entered this church, I don't belong there. I don't belong where this is. My necklace was burning me alive just to be out. All of the items were blessed, but for me it was cursed. And I had to get out. I couldn't breathe. So you just have to be careful for what is actually be blessed, you know. And that is why I made my altar. I made all of these images to come alive. Because I want them to be blessed. I want them so that you can have your, blessed items is your gateway to the dragon realm, to your dragons, to everything that belongs to you. That when you bless something, it is not going to be empty. This is going to help you to become a portal to the dragon realm, and that is the entire point of blessing items.